In the 40-yard dash, the primary energy system utilized is the ATP phosphocreatine system, also known as the anaerobic Atlantic system. This immediate energy production system can generate large amounts of energy and rapidly using a small amount of ATP and phosphocreatine, which is naturally stored in the muscle at rest. Taking place in the cytoplasm of the muscle cell, this anaerobic system does not require oxygen and is producing one molecule of ATP very quickly. It sustains energy production for about 10 to 15 seconds, while aligns perfectly with the duration of the 40-yard dash. This system involves the one or two chemical reactions, ensuring the rapid energy release without product waste. Now we'll talk about the different planes while we run. The first plane we'll discuss is the sagittal plane. This plane divides the body into left and right halves. In sprinting, the sagittal plane is the primary plane of movement. Most of the key action in sprinting occurs with this plane. When you sprint, your legs move forward and backwards, driving your head. Your knees lift your legs and extend your arms, swinging back and forth. These forward and backward movements are essential for generating the linear movement that propels you down the track. Next, we have frontal plane, which divides the body into anterior, front, and posterior, back halves. While the front plane is not the primary plane of movement in sprinting, it plays a crucial role in maintaining stability. Lastly is the transverse plane, which divides the body into superior, upper, and inferior, which is lower halves. In sprinting, the transverse plane involves rational movements. As you sprint, there is a slight rotation in your torso and hips. These counter rotations of the upper body balance the rotational forces generated by your legs. By minimizing unnecessary rotational movements, you can enhance the efficiency and maintain a straight path. Properly managing these rotations is key to maintaining a speed and not reducing any energy loss. Now let's go see how Newton's laws plays a crucial point in when we run.
Alright, for Newton's first law, we have inertia. Newton's first law states that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon. At the 40-yard dash, you're in a state of rest. When it's time to run, our muscles generate force to overcome inertia and create movement. Throughout the sprint, we maintain our speed and direction due to the inertia, but we must constantly exert force with our legs to fight friction and keep moving to get past the finish line. Newton's second law states that the acceleration of an object depends on the net force acting upon it and the object's mass, also known as F equals ma. Force equals mass times acceleration. During the initial push-off phase of the sprinting, we apply forces through the ground by our legs. The greater the force we apply, the greater the acceleration will be propelling us forward. This law shows the importance of strength and power in our legs to achieve maximum acceleration at the start and maintain it through the end. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. When you push off the ground with your feet, the ground pushes back with an equal and opposite force. This reaction propels you forward. Throughout the sprint, every time your foot strikes the ground exerts an equal force in the opposite direction, allowing you to move forward very fast. Proper technique ensures that you maximize the reaction force on the ground so you can have better speed and propulsion.
Alright, now let's break that down. I used the ball as a starting block because I don't have one, but I used it to demonstrate when I pushed off the starting block, the ball, it went in the other direction, which represents Newton's reaction and action force. The next forces are acceleration and inertia. We can see this when I start from nothing, from zero, and I accelerate myself forward. Also, we can see F equals ma when I move my mass, which is me, into forward movement.